Depends if you want to wake up or go to sleep.
Okay, so we are ready, at least on this end, when you are, Chair Sabatier.
Appreciate that, Sam. Jake, are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, ready whenever you guys are.
Okay, I'll be waiting for Carol and Johanna and Anita. And once we have all three, then we're good to go.
I am here.
I am here too, and I am here.
Okay. I'm going to give it one more minute to see if we can get Supervisor Crandall and Simon back on. And then I need to find out where we left off.
We need to go back to 7.4, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we are. Okay, there's 4 of us, and for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm sure Supervisor Crandall will be here momentarily. And so let's continue on with our regular meeting. We're on item 7.4, consideration of addition of special meeting to the board's annual meeting calendar for 2021. Ms. Hutchinson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a simple request. As you know, for the last couple of years, once a year, your board has had a workshop that we have called your annual governance workshop. And so we're proposing to take a 5th Tuesday when you would not ordinarily meet on March 30th and schedule a special meeting that day in order to have the workshop. And obviously this would still be a Brown Act meeting. It would be in Zoom with the public able to participate, but with an entirely different type of agenda than your normal board meeting.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I just wanted to ask Ms. Hutchinson, I know that there hasn't been many meetings discussing the exact topic of interest for the workshop. Do you want to provide anything, or would you prefer we wait till there's more detail that's been discussed and hammered out?
Still hoping to work with you and the vice chair to come up with that more specifically, but in general, we're hopeful that the focus will be around fine-tuning the Vision 2028, perhaps taking it from some of the lofty aspirational goals and really developing them into action plans, and then of course inviting the department heads to be a part of this as well, and with a focus around making sure we're all aligned around the right goals for the coming year.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead, Jake, open up the Zoom room, please, and see if we have any public comment on item 7.4 about adding a special meeting to our annual calendar.
All right, I've sent an unmute request out to the Zoom room floor. If you'd like to make a comment, please unmute and state your first and last name.
Okay, hearing none, let's go ahead and bring it back to the board for action on this item.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve a special board meeting on March 30th, 2021 at 9 a.m. for the annual governance workshop. The clerk of the board will notice this meeting per standard practice.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Joanna, you can figure out who was first.
I'm fine. Jessica can be the second. That's fine.
Okay. And Joanna, if we can have roll call, please.
Okay. Supervisor Simon.
Aye.
Supervisor Crandall back.
He is still unavailable at this moment.
Okay, Supervisor Scott,
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska,
Yes.
and Supervisor Sabatier.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to item 7. Oh, no, we did 7.5. So moving on to 7.6, and I'm looking on our, I do not see Director De Leon, nor do I see anybody from the tax collector's office, which are the 3 remaining items on our agenda.
I'm reaching out to both right now.
Okay. Just in case you're wondering why we're sitting silently, we are waiting for department heads to come into our Zoom meeting so that we can discuss those specific agenda items. If you could please wait patiently with us, we'll keep moving momentarily. There he is. Welcome back, Supervisor. And Supervisor Crandall, as you come into a silent room, we are waiting for Director De Leon and Director Ringen to come into the Zoom room so we can discuss their items.
I thought I was still.
Oh, what's going on? Hey, I got a question for you, Supervisor Crandall. Is your camera like blurry? Because you're blurry. And I don't think it's you in general. I'm just wondering if you needed to wipe your camera off or something.
I think it's just the old computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not the sun behind you, because I know that's fake.
It's fake, yeah.
Or it's the internet quality. Sometimes it'll degrade the picture as well if it's not doesn't have that capacity.
Yeah. When I did something with Sam, and he said the camera wasn't really up to par for today's technology.
Yeah, Sam's pretty picky about these things. That's why I have a ring selfie, which is really intimidating to look in that direction. So I'm going to offer, and I apologize, we just came back on. We're going to take another 6-minute break, and we'll come back at 2, and hopefully we can get moving on our rest of our items. So we'll take a break until 2 p.m. I apologize. ahead and continue with that and start at 2 p.m.
Sounds good.
so that nobody misses anything.
So, Mr. Chair, Barbara Ringen is entered as well. I know you're waiting until 2 p.m., but just when you're ready, everyone's here.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate you communicating with everyone to get us here. It is 2 p.m. Let's see if we can get the rest of our supervisors back on. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Item 7.6, consideration of change number 2, supplement number 1 for Clayton Creek Road at Clayton Creek Bridge Replacement Project. Federal project number BRLO 5914077, bid number 20-10. Director De Leon.
Good afternoon, and I apologize. I have no video here today at the computer I'm at. So I will try to walk through the two change orders that I have for you. The first one is a supplement to change order 2 that your board heard a week or 2 ago. And this is for the Clayton Creek Road Bridge Replacement Project. Basically, this is a supplement to change order number 2, and it was for work that had yet to be completed as part of that relocation or the 10-inch water line that had to be relocated and attached to the bridge. In the summary of the change order, you'll see the extra work that was required for the installation of the posts as a result of the the new water line kind of conflicting with the installation of the guardrail. And what we did was we balanced that by removing a couple of items of contract work that were no longer required. And the net result is a $300 increase to the project. So what we're asking for your board's approval today is the approval of change order 2 supplement 1 for an increase of $300 and the revised contract amount, and that is summarized in my recommendation in the board memo, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you very much for that presentation. Any comments or questions from the board?
No.
Okay. Pretty simple on this one. And also, and I'm sorry if I missed it, just to add, this is all federal funded bridge program that is being utilized for this project.
That is correct.
And Jake, let's go ahead and open up the Zoom room and see if we have any public comment.
All right. I've sent an unmute request out to the Zoom room floor. If you'd like to make a comment, please unmute and state your first and last name.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring it back to the board for action.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept change order number 2 to supplement to number 1, and that the board authorize the chair to execute said change order for an increase of $300 and a revised contract amount of $1,826,413.40.
Second.
We have a motion and a second from Supervisor Pyska. And Johanna, if we can please get a roll call.
Okay, Supervisor Simon,
Aye.
Supervisor Crandall,
Aye.
Supervisor Scott,
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska,
Yes.
and Supervisor Sabatier.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Then moving on to item 7.7, change of order number 3 or consideration of change order number 3 for Clayton Creek Road at Clayton Creek Bridge Replacement Project, federal project number BRLO 5914077, bid number 20-10. Director DeLeon.
Good afternoon, and thank you. This is change order number 3 for this project, and this is the final and balancing change order. This project, or this change order, balances all of the items to reflect in-place quantities. The result of the change order is an increase of $16,083.20, and we are asking the board to approve that increase.
Okay, thank you very much for that presentation. Any comments or questions from the board? Okay, another one, pretty simple. Let's open up the Zoom room, Jake, please, and see if we have any public comment.
All right. I've sent an unmute request out to the Zoom room floor. If you'd like to make a comment, please unmute and state your first and last name.
All right, let's go ahead and close public comment for this item and bring it back to the board for action.
Excellent. All right, Mr. Chair, I did want to make one last comment that I have been out to the bridge there since it's been completed, looked at the water line that's up the side of it. So it's a beautiful bridge on Clayton Creek. So, up and operational. So good job, Scott, with all your folks working through that. And I'll go ahead and move forward with the approval of the change order. Mr. Chair, I make a motion for change order number 3, and that the Board of Supervisors authorize the chair to execute said change order for an increase of $16,083.20 and a revised contract amount of $1,842,496.60.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Johanna, roll call, please.
Okay, Supervisor Simon,
Aye.
Supervisor Crandall,
Yes.
Supervisor Scott,
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska,
Yes.
and Supervisor Sabatier.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johanna. Thank you, Director De Leon.
Thank you, Board. We'll be bringing you a notice of completion here shortly, and we'll bring a short PowerPoint presentation to give you some photographs of before and after, and we'll look forward to that. So thank you very much.
And we'll see a picture of that famous pipeline.
Yes, you will.
All right, thank you so much. Moving on to item 7.8, consideration of request of Kelseyville Unified School District that the County of Lake provide notification to the district that the county will not authorize the issuance of tax and revenue anticipation notes on the district's behalf. Ms. Ringen, Director Ringen, are you here with us? Yes, you are.
Yes.
Floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Lake County school districts historically participate in TRAN financing independent from the county, which is permitted under Government Code Section 53853. The Kelseyville Unified School District requests that your board agree to issue a notification to them that the County of Lake will not authorize the issuance of tax and revenue notes on the district's behalf. Tax and revenue anticipation notes are issued to address cash flow challenges caused by delayed state funding to the district. The notes will be paid exclusively from money of the district, and no county funds will be used to pay principal, interest, or any expenses relating to the program. If your board approves this request, you may approve the issuance of the memorandum to the Kelseyville Unified School District and authorize the clerk of the board to sign. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any comments or questions to Director Ringen? I just had a quick question, no relevance to the decision, but is this the only entity that opts out of the County of Lake being a part of the authorization board for bonds and stuff like that?
At this time, but in the past, there have been other districts that have participated in trans.
Okay.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
If I may, in fact, it's a very unusual circumstance for the county to be involved. And when the county is involved in that, although the school districts do their best to shield the county from any kind of liability, it does require a lot more focus and effort on the part of county offices, particularly like the assessor, the auditor. So this is a relatively standard practice that your board is just essentially moving out of the way to allow the school districts to operate in what they determine to be their best interest.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. If no further comments or questions from the board, Jake, let's go ahead and open up the Zoom room, please, and see if we have any public comments on item 7.8 regarding Kelseyville Unified School District.
All right, I've sent an unmute request out to the Zoom room floor. If you'd like to make a comment, please unmute and state your first and last name.
Okay, let's go ahead and close public comment and bring it back to the board for action.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to consider the request of Kelseyville Unified School District that the County of Lake provide notification to the district that the county will not assume or not authorize the issuance of tax and revenue application.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Johanna, if we can please have our final roll call.
Okay, Supervisor Simon,
Aye.
Supervisor Crandall,
Aye.
Supervisor Scott,
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska,
Yes.
and Supervisor Sabatier.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Director Ringen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, if I'm correct, that concludes our open session items for today's agenda. Did I miss anything?
I believe you are correct, Mr. Chair.
Okay, then we are going to move into closed session. We have 5 items before us. 8.1, Public Employee Evaluation, title Agriculture Commissioner. 8.2, Conference with Labor Negotiator, Chief Negotiator Margaret Long, County Negotiators Carol Hutchinson and Pam Samick. And B, Employee Organizations LCDDA, LCDSA, LCCOA, LCEA, LCSEA, and LCSMA. 8.3, conference with legal counsel, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, D2E1, one potential case. 8.4, conference with legal counsel, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, D2E3, claim of Earthways, Inc. 8.5, conference with legal counsel, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, D2E3, claim of McQueen. And with that, we will be going to closed session. Thank you, everyone who's joined us today.
Thank you. If everyone would just wait here while we clear the room, we will continue in this space after we secure it.
Perfect.